Sussex's plans torn apart. The Archewell Scramble drew serious consequences for Meghan and Harry. Late September in New York can be delightful, clear bright days, temps in the 80s but not quite so muggy, Broadway reopening, everybody back to school. And so it was with open arms that the United Nations and much of New York welcomed California's do-goodit couple of the moment, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, with open arms. They quietly breezed into the East Side's Luxe Hotel Carlisle, the site of Archie's plush baby shower back in the day, saw the mayor of New York City and the new governor of New York State atop One World Trade, did the tour of the 9/11 memorial, took some serious meetings at the United Nations, made an appeal from the stage at the Global Citizen live concert in Central Park on September 25, hit a couple of local charities, dropped up to Harlem for a public school visit and a well-deserved feast at Soul Food Queen Melba's beautiful restaurant, and boom, were routed out of town before many paparazzi were able to hound them too badly from the pavements in front of the Carlisle. It was termed by those involved a very successful visit, and it certainly seemed as if the furlong posts the couple passed were signs marking some sort of progress around the track. It is the kind of tactical, pinpoint bombing run we're going to be seeing from this couple. For the record, we'll call it the Archewell Scramble. A note for the seasoned travelers among us, the Archewell Scramble is not about taking your time. It's about packing it all in and getting the hell out. It requires lots of freshly pressed costume and multiple communications devices. The point of this halcyon trip was, for the couple, multi-layered, and some of those layers were more urgent than not. Context is required. Harry is tanking in the polls in Britain, not that that fact, itself, matters to the man or to his current endeavors, but the reason he's tanking is that the British have stopped believing what he says. It's not just the fact of his ungainly exit from royal life, although that has been a wounding process and continues to be one. The spike downwards for Harry is partly a result of the couple's flailing in all sorts of, admittedly admirable, charitable, directions at once, their engagement in mental health initiatives, pandemic relief, child welfare, among others, across a wide variety of platforms. In a word, there's a tremendous amount of wheel spinning required to get all these well-meant initiatives off the ground, as there would naturally be. But, things are a bit helter-skelter. Yes, they have a fine Hollywood veteran team in place. Although many of these efforts are long-term, as contract after contract is announced, it doesn't read as if there's the necessary laser-like focus to make it all truly happen. At some point you have to grind down to produce the actual work. Time will tell on that score. In the meantime, there's the growing impression in Britain that Harry's a dilettante, and worse, a bit of a traitor. If it had to be expressed as a thought it would run something like this: he's insulted his granny and his pop, and he's traded encouraging our veterans and inner-city kids for doing it over with the Yanks. There can be worse things to be than light and all over the place, but the second element of the considerable downtick in popularity for Harry is that, at the same time as his charitable works are ushered into being, again, from the British perspective, the couple has not held back on issuing an apparently endless stream of rather cutting observations of Harry's family and Meghan Markle's experience of it. The point is that the volume of unvarnished opprobrium issued by the Windsors of Montecito on, at or about the Windsors of Windsor is big, and the British are tired of it. In New York, correspondents assigned to the Harry beat were initially baffled that there was a mysteriously civilian, aka, non-news, camera team with the couple at all junctures, lending credibility to the notion that Netflix would be taking its pound of flesh for its massive contract with the couple in the form of a day-in-the-life docu-product reality vehicle. Which is not to say, now that the Kardashians have abdicated, that the Harry and Meghan Markle show will become the next version of that benighted empire, although in ratings and in revenue stream terms it would be easy to imagine that Netflix executives would want exactly that, or something very close to it.